Anybody there? Got the 2001 Royal Rumble going on in the background here. Hello. Hello. Yeah, my roster's in good shape. It's going well. So what I thought I would do tonight is just, since there's no tours until tomorrow and the feud's done, I just thought maybe do some dailies and do some matches on the road and take your questions and comments, and if there's any characters you particularly want to see, I can give them a try if I have them. I'll start just by going through Monday Night Raw. Yeah, that's the one where Kane went mental in the Rumble and eliminated like 14 guys. Start with Monday Night Raw Hell, and for that we need an acrobat, so if you watch my channel, you probably know where I'm going here. Yeah, I can do some NWO Macho. I'm going to get through Monday Night Raw here just to get my dailies done. Why Luke Gallows not top tier? I don't know. You think he should be top tier? I don't. I have Luke Gallows. I think I only have him at 3 bronze and unleveled. So it's quite possible he would be top tier, but like I said, I don't have him, so. Dudley Boys against Edge and Christian. Dudleys are about to get the tables. You want to see Zombie Stone Cold? Hasn't everybody seen enough Zombie Stone Cold in feuds and everywhere? I'll do what you guys want, but yeah, I'm glad I don't fight Ray too often, and when I fight Ray, it's usually with Ray, so, or it's with Edge. I used Edge a lot in this feud. What's everybody thinking for 4-star golds? Everyone in position to take a couple of guys to 4-star gold if you get the right tokens? Isn't Edge a little slow for feud? Not in these feuds. Not when he's all perked up and turn 1 sub. Edge is only going to get better too once they fix these leech gems, so. Yeah, I use Elias for the same purpose. Elias is a steel red guy too. I have Trick Rock 4-star. I got him from the VIP vault, but I haven't touched him yet. He's still level 1 everything. What's wrong with his leech gems? Well, let me get done this match. And we'll take a look at Edge. Yeah, I'll do a match with Tozawa, sure. Okay, let's take a look at Edge. We'll go to this Dead Man's Daily. Edge. Oh, I gotta use some health packs. Alright. So, leech gems. We're gonna use where's Bray? Okay, leech gems not working properly. So what they're supposed to do is they're supposed to be health steal gems that also do damage to your opponent. Right now they're not doing that. So putting these leech gems out on the board, and then I'll click on a leech gem. And okay, so this leech gem's on a purple. So he will steal your opponent's health when matching this gem. And the leech gems are worth 3386. So what they're supposed to do is take 3386 off of him, add 3386 to you, but they're also supposed to deal the damage of the color that they're on. So they're supposed to heal you for 3300 and whatever it was, damage him for 3300, plus damage him for another 2936. So right now they're not doing that. So let's show what they do here. We're going to change these leech gems to purple. So watch what gets added to us and gets taken off him. Oh, it's going to end the match, so. Anyway. So what they're supposed to do is deal damage on top of the health steal. Right now they're really just healing and dealing him damage. So they're going to end up doing almost twice as much damage once the leech gems are fixed. So he may be a little slow now, and you got to go through the sub a few times to finish a match, a couple of times anyway. But once those leech gems start working properly and dealing the appropriate amount of damage all while healing yourself, he's going to be that much faster because more damage to your opponent. Should I take X-Pac to 4-star gold or Edge to 4-star silver? Well, they're in 2 different classes, so if you have the tokens, are you talking about coins? Because if you have the tokens, those are 2 guys you certainly want to get to as high as you can. I understand the coin dilemma. We need some coins in this game. Yeah, the health carryover after matches would be nice too. Right now it's the same as Dead Man. You can't heal during a match. He'll start the next match with what he started the previous match, regardless of if you heal fully or not. So hopefully they fix that as well, because that'll be nice. Kenny Murphy, complicated question. I just pulled 3-star silver hacksaw. I'm waiting for Paige to show up in the Showdown store. All that to ask, do you suggest I wait for Paige or pull the trigger on hacksaw? Well, I would ask you, what other women do you have? How high do you have your women? Because Paige is a good one. So that's one. Hacksaw is really good. Again, do you have the Legends era covered? Especially in Showboat, Andre, Piper, Slick Rick, Hacksaw, tons and tons of Legend Showboats. So I don't know how deep you want to go into those. The women aren't as much, it's not as important with the women to cover all the classes, really, to me. You just want to have a couple of women you can throw in Showdown and take you through a feud. I don't think there's enough women in the game yet to start worrying too much about classes and eras. That's why in tiered guides and stuff, we divide them all into classes and eras and divide up showboats and powerhouses. But in women, we just group the women together because there's only, about 13 of them? 14? So just get a couple of ones that you like that are pretty decent and go with them. You'll see that the 4-star gold Bella twins are still on my roster. Our Scopely contact, who helps the content creators out with providing the characters temporarily for the preview footage, he is based in Europe. So tomorrow morning, which will be in the middle of the night here in Toronto, he will wake up and go to work and remove those characters from my roster before the tours start. So I've removed all the trainers off of Bree and Nikki and coaches so that when he takes them away it doesn't cause any problems. But there will be no, I will not have the Bella twins when these tours start in order to adversely affect the competition that's going on. I just had them to make the previews, which hopefully you've seen, but they're going to be gone ASAP. You pulled 4-star bronze Rhonda today. That's nice. Is it worth taking Vader to 4-star bronze? Yeah, Vader's really good. Dead Man's no fun. What was I saying? Vader. Yeah, powerhouses as a whole are going to get a big boost at 4-star gold. That's a lot of silence gems being destroyed. So the powerhouses as a whole are going to get a big boost. Vader's a choose gem guy. He gets a lot of cascades and stuff, so he's going to do a lot of gem damage with this increased gem damage that the powerhouses are getting. My goodness. This cascade. But some other guys might surpass Vader a little bit just based on the fact that they really blow up the board and get that extra gem damage. Guys like Kevin Nash, Brock Lesnar, Ultimate Warrior. I hear Warrior's getting a larger red area, an extra row of reds when he does that that move to try and connect with yellow gems. Kevin Nash is getting an additional column break gem. So he's going to be really, really good. The guys who I think are going to benefit the most at 4-star gold are multiply gem guys like your Rays and Jimmys. Daniel Bryan's going to get a boost. Multi-gem guys, just because the gem damage goes up so much. And guys who blow up the board are going to get a big boost because all that extra gem damage when you make the whole board go away. No, not a new move. Not a new move. But some of the moves, when you go to level 13, the existing moves are going to... Most are just going to go up in damage. But some are going to get an extra gem here and there. Some are going to get an extra area, a larger area. So they will change, and the tier lists might move up or down. Yeah, Warrior's gonna be really good. Anyone have any requests? What did I say I was gonna do? Tozawa, right? Let's go into Monday Night Raw. Sorry if my my feed kicks in and out here every once in a while. My phone is connected to my computer with a really temperamental cable. No, there's no bellas for free, but you can get them in leaderboard and milestones. A bunch of shards in the faction battle royale. I think the most people that get them are going to be either in the factions that get all those milestones or people who do megas for sure. Tozawa. How do we want to run Tozawa? Who requested Tozawa and how do you want to see him run here? We don't want to do health steal. Do we want to go blue, blue, black? I haven't used him in so long. I forget what his best moveset is. He's got random areas. Maybe Bray and Matt. This is weird that I take Matt off of Rey Mysterio. That's the first time in a long time. I don't have Andre. Let's give that a whirl. Russell, Zombie Stone Cold is still going to be a cheat code. I know some of the other guys are going to get big buffs and maybe the gap is going to narrow a bit, but Zombie Stone Cold, if you've got him, take him as high as you can. Yeah, I wish I had Big Calf too. Thanks, Dre. I'm gonna get blues and blacks in. I think the last time I used Tozawa was in his monthly event when he had a boost to his multi-gems. Haven't used him since then. Yeah, Masked Philander. It's the price of doing business, man, switching trainers around. I'm not too worried about it at this point. I've been hoarding and saving for 4-star golds, so I'm, because Howie's right. I've got my fair share of coins, so I'm not worried about some trainers here and there. My coin haul right now is in the 40 million range. So there's Tozawa. What else does anyone want to see? I'm probably just going to throw Ray back in here just to, you know what? We'll keep going. 3-star bronze warrior this month. Yeah, all those guys are going to be good because the powerhouses are getting a big boost at 4-star gold, so can't go wrong with any of those guys you just listed. Let's get Matt back where he belongs here. I do not have Farouk, but I've got Scott Hall, NWO, who adds an extra column gem when you get him to 9K, so I'm just going to finish off Monday Night Raw here with the Beast. Yeah, I can do Showboat Rock in a little bit here. I have Sarge, but I have him. I just got him at like 2-star silver or something that I pulled. So yeah, he throws an extra row break out there when I need him. But I don't have him fully leveled yet. That'll be a project down the line. I want to get my 4-star gold sorted while I've got all these coins before I start worrying about bringing some other trainers up. I can't see Arn being available again. He left the company on not the greatest terms, I think, so I don't think you'll see Arn Anderson available in any more loots. I do not know. That's going to be the fun part about, well, it's going to be fun yet frustrating, is before you move any guys up to 4-star gold, you're obviously going to want to make sure what you're enhancing. Does the guy get better at 4-star gold, or does his damage just go up? So before pulling the trigger on guys you don't know what their level 13 move's going to be, you might want to wait to hear through the grapevine what some other people have done and exactly what you're getting at 4-star gold. Because the thing is, you can't see what the level 13 move is until you're able to take a guy to level 13. So, we'll see. Maybe starting tomorrow you'll be able to peek at that move. No, I don't think so. You're going to need to be 4-star gold before you can even consider doing that. So, it's going to be some waiting for some word of mouth or some confirmation on the guide online. I can't see any other way of finding out before you actually pull the trigger. I've got no black here. I do have NWO Macho. I can use him in a match here shortly if you want. A replacement trainer for the botch gems? I don't know. I don't know if they're going to reskin somebody and give him the same traits as Arn, or whether they'll just release a new character who's a botch gem trainer. I'd like to see someone become a leech gem trainer before they introduce another botch gem trainer. Because I imagine Edge isn't going to be the only guy in the world who has leech gems. Once they get them working properly, you might see another leech gem character or two, and therefore a leech gem coach or trainer. This Chris Jericho Chris Benoit match from Rumble 2001 is outstanding. This ladder match. Yeah, Brett would work on him. You got X-Pac at 9K, Danny. If you do, then Big Show at 4-star. He can do some damage. Got no black again. Macho's a really good trickster. I don't know if he's bottom end of tier 1 or if he's high tier 2. I don't have him fully up to do the comparisons yet, but I've got him pretty high, and he's super fun, which is a good thing for any character you want to take. You want to enjoy using these characters. You just don't want to take up a guy because people say he's good. You want to enjoy using him and have fun using him. Do the road gameplay. Yeah, okay, we could do some stops on the road. I've milked the road for about every star I can at this point, without enhancing some of the borderline characters on there that you need to get 3 stars on all those levels. And to be honest, the nodes that I don't have completed or 3 stars are ones where the rewards aren't really worth, you know, bringing up a guy like Cesaro or Corporate Kane or the Shield guys to a level that you need to complete those matches. Like I'm not going to bring up the Brothers of Destruction to 4 stars just so that I can get some 3-star gold tokens, you know. If they eventually get up there and I can go back and complete those matches, I will, but I'm not going to bring up a guy just to finish a road match. I'm not getting a good board here. I do have Striker Austin. I have his gear as well. He's 3-star gold. I think with the gear he could be a good 4-star. Again, I'm in a spot where I'm pretty much saving tokens right now to do the 4-star golds to get my top guys to 4-star gold before I worry about making any more new 4 stars. So that's the thing about this game, is you're never ever done. There's always more to do when it comes to evolving and enhancing and spending coins and spending tokens and spending TP. You're never done. JR and King Lawler were at their absolute best in this early 2000s era. Man, they're good. What does whose gear do? Striker Austin? It's a good gear. Pretty sure it adds 3 sub-turns. The feud went great for our faction. We decided as a group to maximize bonus points in the event, in the Battle Royale event. So we found out who all in our faction had the bonus character guys. And we focused on using them. So you see all the guys win a feud match with Angle, with Harper, with Nash, with Ricochet, with Woken Matt. We got all those done as a faction. And then it was just a matter of completing matches for those 700 points per match. So we probably finished in the mid-20s for a faction score in the feud itself. But we're in second behind Grimm, and we're like almost 10 million ahead of third place in the faction event. So it was a great move, and the whole faction came through, and we did well there. I'm just gonna claim some stuff here while I'm sitting here. go back to the roster screen here and we'll just confirm Striker Austin's gear. But I'm pretty sure it's 3 sub-turns. Black submission moves last 3 more turns. So he's got a submission that does 7,000 damage for 3 turns. So now that's 6 turns. A 6-turn sub at 7k. That's at 3-star gold. So the damage only goes up higher. So it's a good gear. Here's the one problem with Striker Austin. This move here, choose to yellow. So that's great, it's a choose. You're choosing yellow, that fills this yellow move. But you really almost have to use it to try and get black Cascades when you're using that choose move. Because this move that fills the black is random purples to black. So this black move being a 12 charge, it takes some black matches to get there, and there's really no move that truly feeds the black other than that random purple into black move. So he's good, but there's that, you know, getting to that black, that $1 million dream is tough. So, who do we want to see here? Let's have a look at the road. So I've got 2,247 out of 2,349 stars. So there's only 102 stars that I don't have. Just 4 stars missing on NXT, and those are on Hell, on nodes where survival match with Corporate Kane. So I'm not going for those stars anytime soon. And then Corporate Kane's in that next match too. Otherwise, NXT Hell is done. Women's Tour is done, 225 out of 225. WWE Live, 15 stars missing there. They're all in Hell mode. It's that match. Cesaro against Xavier Woods. My Cesaro is 3-star bronze, I think. And again, that's for 2 3-star silver tokens. So am I going to bring Cesaro up to do that match? Not likely. This is a survival match against the New Day with the Shield. Not a big priority. And this one is Dean Ambrose NXT with a whole bunch of weird gems. So I'm not doing that. So you want to see an NWO Macho match. Alright. Let's go in this zone. NWO Macho. I think we want to use blue, blue, purple. We're going to go Lawler. And probably purple gem damage. Lawler. And Big Show. No, Tough is purple gems. All right. Yeah, he's going to be good, Mast. I agree with you. Lawler and Slick Rick is certainly an option. I'm just going to go with the purples here. The great thing about this choose move is that you can reload it and keep going until you cause a pin, just by getting two blues that are together. So you can just keep doing this move as long as you don't cause a pin until your other move is full. So that's going to cause a pin before we can get the purple move off, but you can see the damage we've already done. By 3. So those gems are worth almost 4,000 each, those purple gems. I do not have Trickster Andre. That's my unicorn right now. If I could win one of those partridge events and have a choose any character to add to your roster, now that I've got Matt and Jimmy and some other guys that I wanted, Trickster Andre is the guy that I would choose for sure. Bulldog looks so good when you play against him, but this is Scopely AI hell mode, so I'm not fully endorsing a British Bulldog enhance. So what do we need to finish him off here? That's going to do 23 plus a 4x4 area. That's pretty close, but maybe a couple of doses of this blue move first. I'll probably finish him off now. 16 gems. We get to choose. Yeah, that'll do it. So there's NWO Matcha. Do we want to see a Striker Stone Cold Steve Austin match? Obviously at a lower level than what we just saw, because I only have him at 3-star gold, but we can check out that submission with the extra turns. You can see how we use the choose move on him to get that black move loaded. I do have Warrior. I need 4-star for that, don't I? No problem. That's what this stream is for. It's called Viewer's Choice for a reason. Alright, so 7,700 gold dust. We want 7,100 Austin. So the way you want to go him is Steel and Ziggler. And we're going to want to put Elias so that we can, if we get any matches on that random black, he's going to give us an extra MP. My Warrior and Jeff are both 4-star, yes. Okay. So there's a nice yellow there, but we're going to load this green because then we can choose all those yellows. So now we want to try to get black Cascades when we're doing this choose move. Or road breaks that are going to kill some blacks. So that's going to kill that one. Try that. See, we didn't get our black loaded. That's the trouble with strikers. We did a lot of damage with that choose move, but now it looks like we're going to get lucky because there's a lot of purples near blacks. So with Elias, if we get a couple of 3 matches here, we're probably going to fill this finisher. And we do. And now we've got our 6-turn sub because of the gear, and the match is over. So you can see the danger there in if your choose move isn't able to get you the black Cascades that you need to fill the black move. You need some luck with where the purples on the board land if they're near blacks. But that was a pretty easy win over a guy who was bigger talent than us. Does Warrior do hard damage with the new Jeff Trainer ability? Well, let's have a look. The road. We'll go in here. We'll go against Baron Corbin, maybe. The Ultimate Warrior. Manage. So it's yellow, red non-finisher. So we want to go with this guy. And we want to go Jeff Hardy. So this new training ability you mentioned, so crossbreak gems do 50% more damage, and he gets 3 more crossbreak gems. So the 50% more damage isn't on the total move that the crossbreaks do. It isn't on all the gems. It's only on those crossbreak gems themselves. So it's a trainer ability that looks a little more powerful than it is, because there's really only a few crossbreak gems going out there, so you're only boosting the damage on those particular gems. Isn't Warrior a little slow to finish? Apparently at 4-star gold, he's going to be really, really good, because powerhouses are going to get the health boost damage, the gem damage boost, and he's going to get a bigger area on this random move. So I think Warrior is going to be a character who at 4-star gold goes up a tier. That wild card is lovely, and we'll take it. Didn't like the Cascade, though. How does what work in practice? Five random blues into reds. Baron Corbin's going to run his multi-gem move out of turn here. My first powerhouse to 4-star gold is going to be Zombie Austin, no question. He gets a wild card. So we've traded wild cards in this match already. I do not have, well, I do and I don't have Goldberg at 4-star. I've got him right now at 3-star bronze or silver, I think. I have a 4-star fuse. I'm not going to use the 4-star fuse yet. We need to kick out big time here. And that red move still isn't full. See, there's another issue with Warrior. The 50% damage does not count on the Cascade. No, it only counts on the crossbreak gems themselves. So that was a good Cascade for Warrior. He blew up the whole board, reloaded all his moves, but look at our health. And sometimes that random area doesn't connect with your cross breaks because all of those are random. The cross breaks going out are random, and the area that you put out to connect with them are random. So that's a word that I've said it before. We don't really love in WWE Champions is the word random. You'd love to be able to have Warrior have a choose there to be able to connect a little better. So he's boom or bust. That was a boom, but sometimes that move can whiff. So, where do we want to go now? Warrior is very board dependent, yes. Enjoy your trip. I would love to be on a flight to Florida. How do I find Vader? Well, I find him by clicking on my roster screen, going to class, looking for the red guys. And he's the one with the big mask on his face. Jericho Acro, really? There's another character who can hit hard and finish matches quick. But boy, when he doesn't get the job done on that first go round, he does not reload quickly. We can do a match. Monday Night Raw hell. Oh, let's try Jericho in this zone here. I know what he meant. It was comedy, Danny. Don't joke the joke, man. That was comedy. I don't have the Jericho gear. It keeps showing up in my Showdown store. And I don't really know it helps a whole lot, to be honest. So green, green, blue. This is a Steel and AJ. Actually, he hits hardest when you run AJ and Christian. Okay, let's try AJ Christian. It might be slow. We might take some damage, but... my Christian isn't very high, but we're adding 30% more damage to those color turns, so... we put Triple H on him to get that green move full. Where's Triple H? There he is. Okay. So, you see his finisher does 20k damage, 21,000 damage, plus 7,900 for every color turn gem on the board. And we're putting 11 color turn gems on the board. So 11 times 8,000, 88,000. So it's 100,000 finisher. I don't think we're quite that high mass, but you could go back and check the video and see. Okay, so we got no greens. No greens is bad when you're running list Jericho. No greens is bad. You ever notice when the AI hits big cascades like that, the pin bar always stops right before the end so that they can get another move off? Didn't need that green cascade to happen there. Okay, so we got our blue loaded before the greens, which doesn't happen very often with Jericho, but when you get no green matches. So we get a submission gem that's going to turn gems into color turns. So which matches does he not want? Yellows are probably safe. So we still need a green match to get our big finisher off here. We're not going to need it anymore because he's already down to 30k, so we don't need our big finisher at all. Still no greens. Do you believe this? Still no greens. What are we on, like turn 7 here, and not a single green match? And now he's going to take our green again. We're going to finish this match before you guys even see the finisher. Let's try that again. Triple H versus Kurt Angle at the 01 Rumble. Alright, so let's get those health back. Let's go and see what we got here. Gear. So the gear adds blue MP to a blue match. So we could have got to that sub a turn quicker maybe in that last match where we had all blues instead of greens with the gear, but I don't know if I want to spend 40k showdown coins on that. Well, Mast, we ran him there with no MP trainer, just cuz. And I had him at 4-star bronze already because he was my D9 pull. So he was my first ever 4-star character. And sometimes there's just times where you're doing an evolve event or a coin enhance event, and you've got the tokens, and you want the 10,000 points, and you evolve a guy that you've got ready, not necessarily one that you're particularly going to use all the time. And when a tour comes out where they say, yeah, you need Chris Jericho, well, there you go. I got him 4-star silver. So I can do the hell modes and get all that done. We're still a green short. So running AJ and Christian really buffs that finisher, but I really think you got to run Steel and AJ with this guy just to get to these greens quicker. Especially against a guy like Sheik who's only 3-star gold. You're going to finish the match off without the finisher buffed. So I don't have Jericho Tech at 4-star. I have him, but I don't have him that high. Let me put, let's do one more match with Liz Jericho while we got him, because I don't want to bury him too much here. We'll do one more match, and we'll put Steel on him. Instead of Christian. And we're going to put the going against Luger. No, let's go against, we'll go against Luger. What the hell? Far too slow. Well, yeah, because I didn't have an MP trainer on him, Matt. That's what I was showing. So, but now we've got Steel on him. So let's see if we can get a green match, which we do, and we should end this match on turn 2. So how slow is he now? That wasn't slow. That was turn 2 against a 8,000 Lex Luger. I'm not going for Sting. No. I'm not spending 240k showdown coins on Sting. Out of AJ, Jericho, and Stinger, Acrobat. I think Stinger is the best. Out of those 3, AJ's good. He gets a sub at 4-star, but I think Stinger's better. Stinger's great just to throw in your feud on defense because he's a pain in the butt to face. So even if you're not using him on offense a whole lot, he's a pain to face. So what do we want to do now? I haven't done any showdown yet today. We could see some showdown. We could do some more stops on the road, whatever you guys want. But I usually like to max my daily showdown this time of night. Which characters am I missing? Lots. Lots of good ones, too. There's the superstars currently in loot who I'm missing. Luke Harper, Roddy Piper, Becky Lynch, Eddie Guerrero, Andre, Aleister Black. These are all top tier guys. Kurt Angle, Razor Ramon, Volkov. Don't have any of them. Not in loot. This is the one I really want right here, and we're coming up to October soon, so I've got 785 out of 800 Zombie Nakamura shards, and the reason I want him is not to use him, but it's for this. Yellow moves that destroy gems destroy 4 more gems. Yellow moves that destroy gems. So who does that benefit? That benefits this woman. Because now you can run these yellow moves. Destroy 3 random black gems. So with Zombie Nakamura, you're destroying 7 instead of 3. And with this other yellow move, choose 2 gems to destroy. You're now choosing 6 to destroy instead of 2. So this yellow setup with Ronda becomes the winner if you've got Zombie Nakamura. So 15 shards. The only way to get JBL now is if you get a partridge, one of those choose any character things. That's the only way to get him. He'll never be available again. What would my best tag team be? Rey Mysterio with anybody. I think I've been using Rey and X-Pac. Because now that we, for who knows how much longer, we get the trainer benefits from both guys on your tag team. So I can run Slick Rick and Matt on Rey. And then on X-Pac, I can run Sarge for an extra row break gem, and I could either run Kofi in that spot, or I can run Edge. Edge's blue gems damage. Let's put Kofi in there. I'm not supposed to use the Bellas outside of On the Road and on side of the tours to do the preview videos. They're going to be off my roster tomorrow. I'm not going to use them in PvP. No, it's just not. It wouldn't be in the spirit of the game while they're on my roster to exploit Showdown like that. So I'm not going to do that. The thing with Rey is with this multiply area that you're choosing, you really need to try to get a black one early so that you can fill that black move. So now with this, because I've got Sarge on my tag team partner, I get an extra row break gem to choose here, 3 instead of 2. So now when I match my black, I've got those 3 rows that are going to be destroyed, and now I'm destroying 5 blue gems because I have Kofi on my tag team partner. So obviously we're destroying the 3 row breaks, and we're going to destroy 2 more that are multis, and this will be a big number. So Ray's just a showdown. Well, Ray might be, with the gear, the most valuable player in the game, and I'm throwing that out there. He's just good at everything. Yes, there will be a women's feud. If you've read the Faction Battle Royale blog, next weekend is a showdown event, and it's going to be mixed tag. No word yet on whether they're going to go with the women first, men second, or whether they're going to stick with what's in our regular mode with men first and women second, but it's going to be a mixed tag showdown tournament. And then the weekend after, we're going to get Flash Feuds back by popular demand. That was my favorite a couple of months ago when we had the Flash Feuds, so it's going to be 3 or 4 mini feuds over a weekend instead of a 24-hour straight feud. Still can't get a black match here. So one of those, at least one of those feuds, if not 2 of the 3 or 4 Flash feuds that are going to be on that weekend will be women for sure. And you can almost guarantee that one of the line bonuses is going to be with one or both of the Bellas. Biggest damage I've done in a match, almost 400k. That was with Slick Rick as Ray's tag team partner. Ray put a bunch of multi-gems on the board. Slick Rick came in with his purple moves loaded, black move loaded. Put out a bunch of yellow gems into Cascades and blew up the board with 6-time multi-gems all over the board and a ton of Cascades, and I think it was like 380k or something like that. Actually, you know what? I lie. That's not the biggest. The biggest was in a showdown match, and I'll see if I can do one here. Maybe not showdown, but a tag team match. And it's with Woken Matt Hardy and AJ Styles. And I'll see if I can recreate a massive damage here. Well, let's see what's in my showdown store first, because I haven't looked today. Nothing. Okay, so let's go into the road and find a tag team match against someone with huge health. Where are the tag team matches in this thing? Do that one. So we're going to go Woken Matt Hardy. Woken Matt Hardy and AJ Styles. AJ's only 4 bronze. So Woken Matt with his build that puts color turn gems on the board, and it only puts 77 of them. So we're going to go with Akam on here. And now we go AJ with Stinger. Starting to go cross-eyed here. So color turn damage for Christian and Stinger. Okay, so you can see what AJ does here. So his finisher gives a bonus 9,300 for every color turn gem on the board. And Matt, Woken Matt, puts the whole board into color turn gems. So I'll let you do the math on that. It's just a matter of being able to get the tag at the right time with AJ's moves full. So let's see if we can do it here. If you can do the open tour on Hell, Akeem, if you can finish open tour Hell, you'll get enough tokens of one class to take a guy to 4-star gold. If you do open tour Hell, you get 3 5-star silver tokens of one class. You don't get to pick which one, but they'll all be from the same class. And that's how many tokens you need. You need 3 of those new 5-star silver tokens to do a 4-star gold enhance. So hopefully you get the ones of a class that you can use. So let's see how big of a damage we can do with AJ here on the back end of this tag team. So we need to get these purple moves loaded. So trap gems go out. When we break them, they increase our purple MP. So that gets our purple move full. And when he breaks them, it makes the whole board into color turn gems. So now the trick is getting AJ's move loaded here. Wild card, of course. Hey, Brandy. I hope I get red. Yeah, red would be good. I think a lot of people are hoping for red. Alright, so we want to get AJ's move loaded, so how do we do that here? That way. So we'll put these trap gems out again. Get AJ's finisher loaded. Hopefully it's still not loaded. They do, but I think they're random ones. You just get 1 or 2 and they're... We'll see. I don't think they're going to be too stingy at the beginning. Yes, open tour starts tomorrow. So there will be people in the game who have 4-star gold characters as of tomorrow. Okay, so we're going to get AJ's move loaded here. This isn't working out the way that I want. It's not always easy to work. It really has to be at the the perfect time. I probably changed those moves into color turns too soon. I should have waited until AJ's move was full. Now we're gonna get beat. Woken Matt Hardy gets beat a lot. So we'll try that again. Yes, Edge is really, really good, William. Okay, so I just want to show you the damage that AJ can do on this finisher. It's not going to be as impressive because Jeff's only at 283, but so there he trips all those gems into color terms for us. So now there's about 40 of them out there on the board. Maybe less now that he got that row break, but so Jeff's at 283. Bunch of color turns on the board. We bring AJ in. He's going to put 9 more into color turns with Stinger. So remember, with his finisher now, how many color turn gems are on the board? 40? Maybe more than 40? So look at his finisher. 18k damage, not huge, but 9,343 for every color turn. Times 40. 40 times 10,000 is 400,000. So Jeff is right now sitting at 260. Gone. If he was sitting at 360, the match would have been over. So that's a big... I don't know if you can get anyone with any other single move without Cascades to put up a bigger number than that in this game. It was a long time getting there, and I played it wrong probably, but there was a 400k finisher from AJ. Any news on Edge's update? It's supposed to be in an upcoming update, and not just an update that shows bug fixes and improvements. It's going to be in an update that is mandatory, where you have no choice. You can't just decide to wait and see if it's stable or updated. It's going to be one where you open Champions one day and it's just going to say an update is required. So hopefully the Edge fix is in the next one of those. So, would anyone like to see anything in particular at this point? I'm open to doing some more Showdown. I haven't finished all the dailies yet. You can look at any chapters on the road that you want to see. Viewer's choice. You choose the character, you choose the match. inventory clearance. I don't know. I think that's a pipe dream. I'd love to get rid of it too, but I don't think that's high on their priority list. I'd love to see some sort of garage sale, trade-in, kind of like a prize wall for all your inventory. Give each one of those things a value. IRS newspapers and all this stuff that's in our inventory. Look at all these things. You think I should do Zombie Austin yellow, yellow, purple? What's wrong with Edge? The leech gems just don't work yet. The leech gems are going to deal more damage eventually. They're supposed to deal more damage than they do, and right now they're not, so they're going to get fixed. So the Edge is going to get better. AJ and Alexa mix match. My Alexa's not very good. What's my Alexa at? I think she's only 3 silver. Yeah, so she's an unleveled 3 silver. We'll put Alexa on her best angle here. I'm not opening the Bella bags yet, no, because I still have the Bellas on my roster. As soon as they clear the Bellas off of my roster before the tours start tomorrow, Scopely will take them back after generously loaning them to me to do the previews. Then I will open the Bella bags, because if I get shards when they take the Bellas away off my roster, the shards are going to go away with them. So I'm waiting to open my Bella bags until that happens. One extra blue gem for Alexa's gear. Moves that generate blues give 1 more blue. Which Andre do you want to see, Akshay? I would love to play Z-Brock on the dailies, but if you'll notice my Z-Brock, right now Z-Brock is my blitz buster. Where is Z-Brock? He's 3-star gold, right? But yeah, he's full 3-star gold, but he is level 1. And that's kind of where I want to keep him right now, because when you blitz, you take these moves out. So you put Zombie Brock into your blitz here at level 1, 575. You draw the really low opponents, and then we put in these 2 moves that I've got leveled up. Bleed damage and the trap gem move, that's steal health. And then you throw Papa Shango on him to train, and all of a sudden now he's got 10,000 health. He just cruises through blitzes, so I'm keeping Zombie Brock where he is for now. Okay, Showboat Andre. Sure. Showboat Andre. Where do we want to see Showboat Andre? There against Orande. So do we want to see Andre with Sting and Ziggler, or Sting and DDP, or DDP and Ziggler? Who do you want to see? What trainers have you got, Akshay? What do you want to see? Sting and Dolph Ziggler? Yeah, I'll do Tough Seth in a sec. Andre's been requested first, so we'll do Andre first. Sting and DDP? So you don't have Ziggler. Okay. Move charge, Sting. DDP, move destroy. I only have him at 3,300, so he's only destroying that many. And then we're going to want to put X-Pac and Rikishi on here. Alright. Andre with DDP and Sting. I am not. I could care less about Razor, to be honest. I've got so many good tricksters. Razor, I don't think is a clear-cut #1 tier trickster anymore. Just as I don't think Eddie is a top-tier acrobat anymore. So I'm fine with not having Razor. It would just be another guy I can't level yet because I don't have the coins. So I'm good with that. There's a bunch of guys I want to get over Razor. Okay, so let me see if I can load this sub without causing a pin here. And we do. Now we can run the sub, and then we can run our destroy. Andre's a pest in every feud. I cannot show you Rock Trickster gameplay, I'm sorry. Now we destroy 10 yellows and hopefully reload that. And our sub is reloaded again. The reason I prefer using Ziggler over DDP in this situation is because with the choose yellow gems instead of destroy yellow gems, you can often reload your reds by getting Cascades. With the destroy yellows, you can't manipulate the Cascades. So now, yeah, we've subbed him twice. He's got no MP. But we need a red match now. At least one red match, because our reds are empty. Whereas if we're using... what's his face? Dolph Ziggler Showboat instead of DDP Showboat. See, our reds are screwed now. So I do not like running Andre this way. I've never knocked Andre. I've always thought Andre is solid. I think people who say he's slow either aren't using him right, you know, buffing the submission instead of buffing the choose move. Obviously, he's going to be slow if you keep running submissions that are really long. But he's not going to be really slow if you have choose moves. See, here's where my choose move allows me to reload my reds, whereas the other one didn't. So now that choose filled our sub and filled our other red. Missed what trick? Yeah. Turn one edge is fun. Yeah, turn one dailies I use Ray, and dailies take 5 minutes. So that's the way I don't like running Andre. I like running him with Ziegler to get a choose 10. Choose 10, you can manipulate the board way easier to get Cascades. And we're just going to change DDP for Ziegler. This should be much faster. Although getting a red match on turn one always makes Andre faster. When you don't, there we go. I want to know what you mean masked by you missed the trick. Thanks, Russell. I appreciate it. So we'll destroy our yellows first. Now we use our choose move to reload our reds again. Didn't quite get it done, but we've got our sub ready, and they just didn't fall that time in the right place to get the full recycle. I don't know, a few 100,000 in coin health packs. I don't know, 100. Yes, Andre gear is well worth it. Very, very, very much so worth it. Andre's gear makes him turn one in a lot of feuds. Does it make any difference at all on the location you put your move set? You mean your 3 color moves that you choose, your specials, which order they go in? If the finisher's on the left or right, or is that what you mean? Drew Carey's in the ring in the Royal Rumble and Kane's on his way. 01 Rumble. Yeah, I think it's one of those, if you're a regular Andre user, Akeem, it's pretty good value. It makes him really that much better. What did we want to see? Someone wanted to see Tough, right? Are you still here? Whoever wanted to see Seth Rollins? The way I like to structure my moves, William, is I like to put them in the order that I want to use them, so that when they're full, it defaults to the one I want to use first. It saves, it saves some thinking, and it saves a couple of seconds in a feud that, then you're not unintentionally pressing the wrong move and playing the moves out of order. Just, I like my moves to come up with the default move first. So Seth Rollins, Tough, Seth. Let's see if Bobby Roode kills us again, because Bobby Roode always kills us. So this is the way I run my Seth Rollins. I don't run the second blue, because what does the second blue do? It turns green gems into purple. And why do I want to take green gems off the board? Because I want that green move to be full. So I do not want to take green moves off the board. Once again, if I had Trick Andre, he would be going on here, but I don't have Trick Andre, so I have to make do with keeping that green move full. Seth Acrobat? Okay, yeah, I could show NXT Seth. be rude. Can I get his purple? No, not yet. He had one and didn't take it. Okay, so now with Seth, there's a lot of purples out there. We can do some damage here. Which trickster am I taking 4-star gold? Honestly, it might be Edge. I've got really great tricksters. I've got Tough. I've got Elias. But Edge is going to be so good and so useful with that low charge sub that's turn 1 in a lot of these perked up feuds. So it might be tough not to make Edge my first 4-star gold trickster. So here's our dream scenario with Seth. We've got both choose moves full at the same time. So what you want to do here is create almost matches. So you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now we use our other choose move to fill in the blanks. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Tons of gems, tons of Cascades. 109, I don't think he's kicking out. Didn't even get any good Cascades there. It's hard to evaluate guys from class to class. Seth is still, his moves are low charge. He's got 2 choose moves. He's still an elite character in this game. With the perks, it levels the playing field. It makes a ton of guys turn 1. It makes a ton of guys more dangerous. He's still, I mean, I love him. When I haven't used him for a while and I get a chance to use him, it makes me remember why I loved him in the first place. So Seth is still an elite character. I don't know where he's ranked. Hey man. With that being said about Edge, what is my coach trainer setup preference for Edge? Did I do a match with Edge yet tonight? We could do one. What's up, Pierce fan? Good to see you. So here's how I run Edge. Bray and Jimmy. Throw the 2 appropriate color coaches on there, which would be Elias and Shawn Michaels. Do Ryback, yeah. Ryback can hit pretty hard. A prominent member of our faction has Ryback at 4 stars. Wow, these boards were getting, holy moly. We're going to get subbed right off the bat by Jake the Snake here because we didn't get a black match. In what scenario would you be using Edge's freeze column move? Well, when I was previewing Edge when he was released a couple of months ago, and I had him for a couple of days before anyone else did, I tried to make heads and tails of the freeze column gem move, and I just couldn't find a viable way to run it. I don't think you need to answer that question in this forum, Bill. I don't think anyone wants. That's TMI for everybody here. Who do I think is better, Brie or Nikki? I don't think there's any question. I don't think it's even close. Brie is way, way better than Nikki. Showboat Austin worth taking to 4 silver. Sure. He's one of the top tier showboats. How does Nikki look better on paper? I mean, let's be straight up out there. They're both carbon copies of other superstars we're familiar with. Brie is a certified Brie, and you can't teach that. And Nikki is not as much fearless as she is flawless, as in perfect. Nikki looks like she recycles really well on paper, but very much like her male counterpart. She doesn't. I could show Brie Bella and Nikki Bella gameplay again, but to be honest, I'd really rather you watch the videos I've already done, because Scopely's going to take them off my roster anytime here now. And I don't want to have trainers and coaches on them when they do, because that could mess them up. So I don't want to put trainers and coaches back on Nikki and Brie right now. So go check out the videos I did of them, and you can decide for yourself who's better. But I don't think it's much of a question. Anita Baldwin, Rey Mysterio. Yes. What would you like to know or see with Rey Mysterio? Yeah, I wouldn't run ZKO. I would run Austin over ZKO, because I don't think you want extra turns on Edge's sub, because you want those leech gems to survive. So I'd want to do more damage while they're out there, but I wouldn't want to take them away by adding turns and give your opponent a chance to break more of your sub gems. The Miz gameplay. I'm sure I've done a Miz video. Yeah, that wasn't the best match because we got a wild card and Jake the Snake got his sub on us early. Hogan and the company are going to have to come to some sort of licensing of his name agreement if he's going to be in the game. I'm pretty sure his character and animations are all done, ready to put in, but it's gonna take an agreement that is not in place yet for Hulk Hogan to be in the game. The Miz. The Miz. I don't think I've used The Miz in, I can't remember when. So, new Enzo and Daniel Bryan. Akam and Daniel Bryan. This is going to be a bit of a squash. Oh, Phenom steals purple. Maybe that's not what I should have done. I don't think he is anytime soon, Brandy, no. I know they're ready for him if and when they do get an agreement, but I think that's a long way away. So here's the Miz. You want to get that yellow move full, which we could have got on turn 1 if we had had a yellow match, but we didn't. So it makes 9 greens into purples and 9 randoms into purples. So usually use the green first, even though it's going to cause a row break here and maybe cause a pin. 2 row breaks. Showboat Rock is pretty great. 4-star Fuse is great, and you probably have a ton of shards. So leveling up his moves isn't going to cost a whole lot. It's just a matter of the coin. We'll do one more match with Miz for our friend here to see a little bit less of a squash. No, the gem boards have been awful. I haven't had a match. Here's another one. I haven't had the color that I need to start a match more than once or twice in this whole stream. So here we go, greens into purples and then randoms. Well, we don't have that one full yet. So randoms into purples. Didn't fill either move. And he's got his shoes red full. Man, the boards have been awful. Is there anything here that's going to cause a cascade that's good for us? No. Now he's going to do his choose a million reds, and we're going to take some heavy damage. Probably should have used the sub first. That was bad gameplay by me, Akshay Kumar, sorry. I should have used the sub first and then reloaded it with that yellow move. That's just part of the service we provide here at Bucko 7 Games, is really bad gameplay on a lot of cases. You only get to put one sub-gem out with the Miz. And I could have had a purple wild card. More bad gameplay. I'm just not paying attention now because I'm looking at the chat. A new move does not unlock at 4-star gold, no. But the level 13 moves for all the moves that are currently there get unlocked. And some guys have real improvements with those level 13 moves. So you don't get any new moves, but you get better moves that you already have. Wow, I really screwed the pooch on this Miz match. He'll be even more powerful with the increased health and the increased gem damage across the board at 4-star gold. I'm glad they didn't do the I'm glad they didn't do the skip turn, the additional skip turn. If he had 3 skip turns, that would have been stupid. It would have really broken the game as far as the Austin is concerned, because he's already a cheat code as he is. Showboat Rock was what we wanted to see. This is Lawler and Ziggler. I have spent a lot of coin moving trainers around tonight. Maybe I should start a GoFundMe or a Patreon. Maybe you'd all subscribe a couple dollars a month to a Patreon for more of these live feeds, and I can help me pay for moving trainers and coaches around all the time. Where is Ziggler? Why am I not seeing Ziggler? Is he already on him? He is. That's why I wasn't seeing him. I'm looking for Lawler. I must be getting tired. That's why I'm not seeing these. And if you had Trick Rock, you would put Trick Rock on here too, but I don't have him. Yeah, I agree. Z Austin is only going to get better. I think it's early stage dementia or something, Joseph. Alzheimer's or something. The wild card is nice, so this isn't going to be a true reflection of Rock with a wild card on turn 1, but here you go. So we increase our yellow gem damage, and then we've got to choose a bunch of yellows. Choose 7 into yellow. Gonna try to get a blue reload here. Reload some of our blues. We get a 3 match. 67k damage for a showboat on a choose move isn't bad. Seth gets the match he wants, of course. We haven't had it all night. So now this destroys 16 gems, a 4x4 finisher. Hopefully we get a couple of blues. Get 2 blues, any Cascade. Yeah, so our blues are refilled. Killing 16 gems is good as far as a full or partial recycle goes. Yes, Powerhouse Kevin Nash is going to be a new top tier powerhouse. He was probably borderline high tier 2, bottom of tier 1 as it was. But his new level 13 move with the extra column break gem, he's going to be able to break like 5 columns. So that's he's going to be really, really good at 4-star gold. Yeah, Warrior's going to get good too. Warrior gets a larger area, the random area that turns gems into red, so more chance to connect with his cross break. So Warrior's going to get a nice boost in addition to the damage and health. I have Warrior, I have Nash, I have Brock. Brock is going to be really great, Powerhouse Brock. The characters that are going to benefit the most at the new 4-star gold level are the multiply gem guys, because every time the multiply, let's say the multiply gem damage for someone goes up by 500 at 4-star gold. So when you get someone who's got a ×6 multiply gem, it's not just going up 500, it's going up 6 times that. So it's like the gem is being increased by 3,000. So if you've got a multi-gem guy who puts a bunch of those out there, now they're worth 3,000 more each. That's a big increase. So multi-gem guys are going to get a big boost at 4 gold. That's Ray, Jimmy, Daniel Bryan, you know, the multi-gem guys. So Anvil, Corbin. Yeah, Jimmy's going to be really good. But the other one that's going to get big boosts at 4-star gold are the guys who blow up the board, or can blow up the board when their moves hit. Powerhouse Brock, Big Cass, guys with choose blast gems, Roman, guys with column and road breaks and cross breaks, Angle, Nash, Goldberg, Warrior, Matt Hardy. Good night, Joseph. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. No problem. We'll see you out there. Macho Man. You want to see? Someone wanted to see Macho Man with Elias coaching. Is that right? Macho's a multi-gem guy too, although you never use him with multi-damage trainers. Yeah, Paige blows up the board. She's going to get a boost with increased gem damage. Macho. I haven't used Macho in a while. This should be fun. I've moved Bray on a bunch of different guys tonight. I'm probably coming up on 500,000 I've used on switching trainers and coaches around tonight. But this has been fun. I appreciate you all watching and chatting with me. It's worth the coin to be able to do this. Okay, so here's Macho with Bray, NXT Seth, and Elias. Hopefully I could show you an example of the double wild card without moving the pin bar that gets you some extra moves to be able to reload those. Oh, Ray's going to be Okay, how many matches have we played now? Do you see the color that I want on turn 1? Nope. These boards have been some of the worst I've ever seen. We're just not getting the match we want on turn 1, ever. We should take his purple away instead of worrying about loading that blue. Thank you, Brandy. Yeah, Charlotte's going to be really good. I've got a fuse for her now. I don't have her leveled at all. But now that I have Matt and with her extra damage and extra gem at 4-star gold, she's an intriguing one for sure. Okay, let's see if we can use this choose move and Elias to reload these blacks with our wild cards. So we want to create 2 wild cards, hopefully near blacks. So we've got 6 gems to do it. So there's 1, 2, 3. And our other wild card can be here. 1, 2, 3. And hopefully we get blacks as part of this. You see the pin bar doesn't move. So we've got 2 turns coming to us here. So if we can reload the black, we get to do it again. Here's our second wild card. And now we get to do the black again without moving the pin bar. So we're choosing 6 more blues here. And the pin bar will not move. So this worked out really well. First time out of the hopper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pin bar not moving with all these cascades. Now we throw a random area into multiply gems. And now we choose 5 into green. One, 2, 3, 4. Is that how we want to play it? Are we going to finish them off here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Try that. We need 64. Might have played that bad. But we got them done. So that was an example of using Elias to get those Yeah, you're right. I didn't use the blue move. Stupid maneuver is right. I could have used the blue to put multi-gems out there, and when I matched, if they had gone on the blacks, when I made that one match, it would have loaded the black right away. So I played it really good and played it really bad all at the same time, which again is another one of the many services offered here at Bucko 7 Games. What's going on in faction chat? Let's see if we can make anybody famous here. Global chat. But who is the active faction? Eva Marie is bored. That was 21 minutes ago. Hopefully someone is entertaining her now. I know, I'm not a good player, Stupid Maneuver. I'm not a good player. I have a good roster and I get by. But I could probably save a whole bunch of HP and a whole bunch of faction heals if I actually played some of these characters better. What's in the store? I don't want any Becky loot. I miss the days when the majority of these bags that you buy from the store come blue and not white. I don't know. I think they're fine with health packs the way they are because I think they sell a lot of them. Say what you want about Scopely, and they're very just to help us out if it doesn't benefit them. So I've heard a lot of suggestions as far as you know, when you put someone up for a heal in your faction, let's say they get 13 heals on them and don't get the full 15, you know, that person should be, you know, 13 out of 15, whatever that percentage is, probably around 80% healed, get 80% of their health back, and then you just need to use a couple of health packs to top them off. I think that would be a good change, instead of wasting all these faction tokens on partially healed guys. But I don't think they're going to make any serious game changes to help the community spend less money. They're a for-profit company, so. Yeah, I mean, the key to not using a ton of health packs and a ton of faction heals on these guys who are going to be in the 400,000 health range is, you know, don't die. Just win matches. Well, Scotty Too Hotty's about to enter the 2001 Royal Rumble with Kane and Undertaker waiting in the ring for him. That's not good for Scotty Too Hotty. Yeah, I have, Charles. I've noticed there's a lot more minimums in the money bags in the swag shop than there used to be. You don't see a lot of 50s anymore. Yes, they do, Brandy. They do want us to buy those. Yeah, the high priority. We are considering it and looking into it, but right now it's not a high priority. Which is a fair response. There are other things in the game that need updating and fixing and changing. Anything else you want to see? I don't know how many more matches and trainer changes I want to do tonight, but sorry, my game just disconnected again. Sorry, I pressed the wrong way on my cable, which is not connected to my phone super well. So it just changed the connection here. I'll just resize and reposition. Wow. I gotta get me a new charge cable. That's not what we want. That's me. Alright, this stream might be done because my phone doesn't seem to want to connect anymore. Trying to fix this, folks. Bear with me. We're back. Sorry for that debacle. Have I done the infamous Vader fight in the road? What node is that again? I forget which city and road that's in. It's in one of those A1 side node type things, isn't it? Do you know offhand which city it's in? Summer Showdown. Philly. Yeah, I one-starred it. Survival match with all the blast gems, right? How did I do it? You need a legend. I must have done it with Macho, or I don't think I had Slick Rick back then when I did it. I don't think I would have done it with a class disadvantage. How many matches do you have? How many turns do you have to survive? Oh, and it reflects damage too. 11 turns. I must have done it with props. Is the whole board blast gems, or is it just that a whole bunch of them fall? Don't do it. Don't do it, he says. I don't know if I'll hit 1 million by the end of the year. I'm at like 870, I think. I don't think I can get close to 1 million by the end of the year. Alright, how do we want to play this? Ooh, we've only got 9 turns left to survive. Showboat kicked out of 163. Probably not going to happen. Hey, I kicked out. I've only got to survive 8 more turns of that. And there's no yellows. Which is why they made it legends required, because all the legends are showboats except Macho. Right. Yeah. This is a terrible... Who suggested this? Might be in trouble here on this turn. Yeah. Yeah. Alrighty. No, I don't think I want to try again. Let's help have the faction. Thank you, Ramen Booty, for healing my Ric Flair after that debacle. What's Cheese of Death disappointed here about? 1 mil. 1 lousy stinking mil. If you can hit that in a feud, don't carry your roster size. Join USMC Vets. Tier 180 crew. You know what? I had someone message me today from USMC Vets. He was a really nice guy, very complimentary, messaged me on Discord. I wish that faction well. The 2001 Rumble's almost over. Kane just got eliminated. Our feud was great. Here's how our feud went. We are number 2 by almost 10 million in the Faction Battle Royale contest, because what we did was we concentrated on getting all of these bonus matches done. Kurt Angle, 750 matches done. Luke Harper, 750 matches done. Kevin Nash, 750 matches done. Ricochet, 750 matches done. Woken Matt Hardy, 750 matches done. So that was our goal. We decided as a whole group to focus on doing those matches and doing them as quickly as possible and getting our 700 points per battle bonus. And we ended up pretty much where we wanted to be. We've got 20 of the 25 milestones in the 2-week event done already on just with the feuds. So now we start getting Nikki shards for every milestone after that, plus a lot of coin and a lot of rainbow bags and some medallions. So we're in good shape in this event. There are a lot of Williams. Have you received the token coins yet? Yeah, I got some in that, whatever that last event was, the Talent Up. And I got some in those bags. What have I opened so far? 5 medallions, maybe? So my token situation looks like this. I'm a little short on kilts to be able to do a showboat right away, so I'm sure on the open tour tomorrow, if I finish that, it'll be showboat tokens they give me when I can't evolve one of those yet. I'm good for Powerhouse. 44 Mark Henry medals and 64 kettlebells. I'm good for Trickster because I want to get Edge or Tough. Well, I haven't decided yet, but I'm good there. I'm good on green, and I'm good on blue, and I'm good on black. So I'm sure the 3 tokens I get on the Open Tour tomorrow are going to be yellow. Because that's the one not ready. So I'll get a bunch of whatever these are. Money in the Bank briefcases. That'll be the 3 that I get on the Open Tour. What else can we do? Or is it bedtime? It's just about bedtime, I think. 11:30. 2001 Rumble's over. So I either got to find something new to watch or... There goes my feed again. I like Bree. I think Bree has a chance to be one of, if not the best woman in the game. I don't love Nikki because I'm not a Mr. Perfect fan in this game. I think he's way better on paper than when you actually play, and I think Nikki's the same. Well, they weren't the weakest, but they had the second lowest gem damage and the second lowest health, and now at 4-star gold they're going to be second highest in both. Second highest in health behind showboats and second highest in gem damage behind strikers, so yeah, they're going to be a lot better. It still could be Ronda because her gem damage is so high, and I don't know if she's going to get an extra X-Break gem or an extra black gem with either of her moves, but her gem damage is going to go up, and that's going to keep her at or near the top for sure. Yeah, I have no problems with Showboat Andre, never have. Matt Hardy in Showdown, sure. I could spend another 50 or 60 grand in trainer changes for you, Brandy. Do we want to see him in a mix with Lita, or do we want to see him with Jeff? I think Doomsday, meaning 4-star golds are going to be in the game in 15 hours. Because as soon as someone does that open tour and gets those things, you know there's going to be people who aren't going to wait 2 days or 3 days for the coin evolution event. They're going to make 4-star golds right away. I think I might wait for the event a couple of days down the road. I'll do the tours tomorrow, but I'm going to wait on the evolves. Matt with Jeff. I've never used Matt and Jeff as a tag team. I only recently got Matt. We'll do her with Lita after, okay? Let's do it with Jeff first. So what do they get? Matching green gems charges that color by 1 more. So if I use Triple H, do I need to use steel on that now? Can I use Jeff and yellow gem damage? They get it at 4-star gold. Akeem. They get the buff at 4-star gold. I appreciate Paul the Bomb. Thank you for that. So if they get an extra MP with green, let's run Matt without steel. Let's try with Jeff. And yellow gem damage. Who does yellow gem damage? Shane. Triple H. So now I can actually put steel on Jeff, and Matt will get the plus MP as well, I think. But you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put them on each other. So let's put Matt on Jeff. You tell me if I'm doing this completely wrong, but... And I guess we want Cesaro. Oh, it's Kofi, right? Because we're destroying blue gems. Well, it'll be 15 heal tokens for your faction, exactly the same, but it's going to cost you a whole lot of HP if you do it yourself. Alright, the Hardy Boys. Once again, no green. It's unbelievable, the boards tonight. It's unbelievable. I've never seen so many matches in one playing session without the match that I need off the top. It's staggering. And still we win without taking much damage. So no MP trainer on that setup works when you get that extra green gem match from the Hardy Link and one from the extra gem coach. We'll do one more here just to max my men's showdown, and then we'll put on Lita and go to the next match. See how that works. Do we get our green match this time? We do. The wonders never cease. But we're probably one short without the HP right yet, but we're good on the next turn. This is the dicey point. Are you causing a pain or are you not causing a pain? If we don't. Now the yellow gem damage helped us there, and now lovely. That's a good showdown, team. Yeah, I mean, but that's the key to showdown, isn't it, William? Finding matches you can win and not going against X-Pacs and Zombie Austins with full perks, right? I have a preference of many showboats over Hacksaw. I'm not the biggest Hacksaw fan. Mainly because one of his main moves that loads the finisher is a random black into yellow. No, it's not a random black into yellow, but it's a choose black into yellow, but you gotta choose blacks. You can't choose any gems you want, so it's not a true choose move. Trickster Brett with the gear looks intriguing. I still think his moveset, even with the gear, is a little clunky. Moves that generate purple create 5 more purple. So that's kind of like Edge's gear. Moves that generate purple create 5 more purple. So that makes purples. Anyone know what Brett's 4-star move does? That belly to back suplex, does it make purple? You don't have tough? Stupid maneuver? So you'd go green, green, sub? Green, green, sub with steel and maybe zombie Brock, or I don't think you'd need to go D Brian, would you? That's a lot of purples. I think the extra 5 with the gear is probably enough. You could go either a purple gem damage trainer, or you could go the submission trainer, either Striker Austin or Zombie Brock. I think Brian would be overkill on that. So the 2001 Royal Rumble's done. I've put on the 2016 Survivor Series from my hometown in Toronto, which was a really, really good Survivor Series. A really great men's Survivor Series match, and the small matter of Brock Lesnar against Goldberg. Striker Brock, I don't know. I don't have Striker Brock. He's one of the guys, one of the many tier 1 guys I don't have. That's a lot of good guys I don't have. 100% perks remain. Perks aren't going anywhere. Do you know why perks aren't going anywhere? I'm sure you can come up with the answer. I think X-Pac is going to be fine. I don't have Dude Love that high, so I don't know much about Dude Love. If I could have one who's in this loot now, in the shop, I'd want either Harper, Black, or Angle. I think Harper's the best striker. I think Angle's going to be one of the top 4 or 5 powerhouses. And I think Aleister Black is the top tech, so I would love any one of those guys. Yeah, I mean, with so many guys making videos now, How much do you still use tier lists as a reference? I mean, I've got pretty much the tier list committed to memory. I know which guys are where. I know for people newer to the game, it's still a good reference, but it's so hard to keep tier guides up to date now because of all the new guys, and there's a couple new characters every month. All the new trainers and coaches that affect how guys move up and down, keeping their movesets current. It's really hard to keep a good tier guide up to date. I know we're trying. We're gonna have an update to ours once 4-star golds are evident, but it's hard to do a tier guide now. I have the minimum plus 20 of Aleister Black, I think. I got the minimum from the event, and then I got 20 more in a pull of some kind, so I have 820. I'm not close on Andre, I'm not close on Harp. He's the one I'm closest to. I don't need Eddie G. I do not need Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero has been overtaken by 5 or 6 acrobats. I don't think Eddie Guerrero is top tier anymore. I don't really have anyone who uses blue submissions. So I'm not chasing after Eddie. If he falls in my lap, I'll see what use I can make out of him, but he is not a priority. Sure, everybody has their favorite characters, the ones they use the most, the ones they use the best, the ones they have the best trainers for. I mean, I don't have Luke Harper. I don't have the Russian. I don't have Brock Stryker. So I can't make a 100% honest evaluation of which guys are the best other than what I've seen and what I've heard. So you can only evaluate who you've used, right? How about Razor? What? How many shards I have? I don't know. He's another guy like Eddie who if I get, I get. If I don't, I'm not too worried about it. Not many Razor shards. I'm close on Farouk. Favorite setup for Edge is Bray and Jimmy Uso. A lot of them are updated in the guide, Akeem. I don't know how 100% accurate they are. I think they're in the code now, so some of the data miners who read code have that info. I'd love to see a list come out of the new level 13 moves for everybody, but I mean, that's a huge list. That's how many characters in the game now? I've got 173, 13 in loot, that's 186, 7 more not in loot, 193 characters, and everybody's got 6 moves, so that's like over 1,000 level 13 moves, so finding a list of those would be a little tough to compile, but I think the trick to evolving guys to 4-star gold is going to be go with what you know for sure. Wait for someone to tell you what a level 13 move is and decide how much better they get or how much worse they get and who might have jumped over who as far as rankings go. I wouldn't rush into too many 4-star gold evolves until you know exactly what you're getting. Uh, I don't really care much about the audience, to be honest. I just like having access to the characters. Obviously, I want as many people to see it as possible. I don't think. I think it's harder for the guys who have less subscribers and less wide of a reach to split the audience, but I don't think Gersan's taking much of a hit when we're doing the same characters, and I don't think I've been doing okay with views and subscribers, so I love the way we do it. I want, every time there's a new character, I want to be able to make a video of it, so I don't want to start splitting and divvying up characters and not having access to them. I want to be able to do everybody, because we all play them different ways. We all have different styles. We all have different production values. We all do things a different way. So, yeah, I like the way we do it. I think it is the right way. I think it helps the viewers too, seeing all these characters with different trainers and different setups and different playing styles and different opinions. I think that helps everybody. I've got a top tier striker. I've got a couple of top tier strikers, in my opinion. I've got Ronda Rousey. I've got Sting. I've got Bray Wyatt at 4-star silver, who gets the job done when I need him to. But no, I don't have Harper and I don't have the Russian. So we're going to end this match with 100% health. I think Anvil's going to be top tier at 4-star gold because he's a multi-gem guy, so his gem damage goes up not just by a ×1 amount, but by times whatever his multi-gems are, so I think he's going to be excellent. I think Six is a top tier striker. I got him. But no, I just don't have the Russian and I don't have Harper. So would I like one of those guys? Sure. And I've got Scott Hall, who's about to become four-star silver in the next coin event. So he's really, really good. I think he's borderline top tier striker. I'd like to see them continue to add some of the modern guys who are making an impact. Like, I'd like to see them add Drew McIntyre. I'd like to see them do the Bray Wyatt Fiend character. I'd like to see them do some more NXT guys, whether it's Gargano or Adam Cole. Yeah, there's a lot of good guys out there. I think they could use another Daniel Bryan. I think they could give us a Daniel Bryan technician or a Daniel Bryan striker with the new heel Daniel Bryan. It depends on the trainers you have for Six. But he hits hard and his moves are relatively low charge. He's obviously better against purple guys, but why not take Anvil up? You talking about me? Yeah, I could do that. I've got a fuse. I need some TP, but I got a bunch of nice fuses. I got a 4-star Aleister Black, a 4-star Charlotte, a 4-star Goldberg, a 4-star Gold Dust, a 4-star Anvil. Fill a hollow star on Vader. My Big Kev is only level 1, so I can't use him. Yeah, I mean, the strikers were a little weak back then. That was before Luke Harper came out. That was before the Russian gear was released. What the heck? What's the what the heck? Oh, the fuses? Oh boy, what time is it? Almost midnight. My computer's acting up a bit now. It's tired. Is there a tie between Tech Orton and Tech Brett that I have to break? I think Orton is clearly above Brett to me. I'll probably have a 4-star gold before the showdown just because we're getting a guaranteed set of one color for finishing the Open Tour. You don't get to pick the color, but if you finish the Open Tour, you get 3 5-star silver tokens of one color, a random color, but they're all the same. So the only one that I couldn't do immediately right away is Showboat, just because I'm short on kilts, but any other color I could make a 4-star gold. So by the weekend, by the time the coin evolution event happens, I'll be able to evolve at least someone to 4-star gold, and then hopefully, depending on milestones and leaderboards and good luck with some of the other tours, maybe I can do more than one. I recently did a video of my roster. A couple weeks ago I did a roster update video. My Z-Brock is level 1, Nathan. So he's my blitz buster. But when I use him in a blitz, I use him with Rikishi, yes. I do not have Alistair Black Technician. He's one of the 20 or so guys I don't have. I would like to have him very much. Sorry, Brandy, when you replied really, what are you replying really to? What did I say that made you say really? What would I like to buy from the Showdown store? I usually buy TP from the Showdown store. When they put in 100 or 500 TP, I usually buy those. Sometimes I buy coins. I don't buy much else from the Showdown store. Showdown is this weekend. Showdown Sting isn't trash. I've got a video on him too that you can find on this channel. He's just not someone I want to spend 240,000 Showdown coins on. I want to buy other resources that I need. I don't want that on a character that I'm not really ever going to use. His training ability, if it was better, would have been captivating and maybe makes him worth it, because he's decent. He's just not great as a superstar. But his training ability is, +2 red MP, +1 black MP, so that doesn't really help many guys. So it's not something I want to waste 250,000 Showdown coins on. No, I have no plans to take Big Show up high enough to where I would need his gear. I've got a bunch of other tricksters ahead of Big Show. My current most wanted superstar that I don't have is Trick Andre, because he's the one MP coach that I don't have. So all my blue guys would be better with Trickster Andre. So if I had one guy to pick, it would be him. Closely behind would be Alistair Black, Luke Harper, and Kurt Angle, Powerhouse Kurt Angle. I think a tour would be there for the Wolfpack Sting. A tour would be where? I don't think they're going to do tours for Wolfpack Sting anytime soon. Yeah, I don't disagree with you, but I'm never really going to find out about the big show plus X-Pac plus gear because I'm not going to spend $40,000 on the gear or whatever it is for the gear. And I'm not going to take them up that high unless I get a 4-star bronze or silver fuse for Big Show. I'm not going to enhance him that high. I've got 6 or 7 other tricksters with higher priority for me than Big Show. I've only seen one guy right now who has Wolfpack Sting. So I agree, new tours for the road would be nice. I think they could use another book of women's tours for sure. It would be good to have more women's tours. I'd love to see another chapter because the rewards on hell modes are so good. I'd love to see another whole city's worth of tours on the road because it's a great way to top up resources. But yeah, I've pretty much done them all. There's the status of my road matches. There's not a lot left. 102 stars that I don't have. And none of those are ones that have like 1 million coins or any of the really high reward ones. So I've seen one person with Sting, Ash. I saw a screenshot of someone who recruited him from the store. The only people that could possibly have Wolfpack Sting by now are the ones who are high on every level of Showdown, so you can figure it out. Which characters become viable with a 9k Rikishi or benefit most? Well, Zombie Austin benefits from 9k Rikishi. Anyone who generates yellow gems really benefits from Rikishi. Andre the Giant. Anyone who uses Ziggler who needs to refill his yellow moves. Z Austin with yellow, yellow, purple, the Blast Gem build. Look at this board, everybody. This is the boards I've been getting all night. No yellow, no purple. We get a yellow on a Cascade. So 7 into, there's no purples out there. Yeah, but I think Ray's better on this build than Rikishi. You get an extra blast gem with Ray. And I think Shawn Michaels for the purple fill is better than Rikishi. Or maybe with Rikishi what you're saying is the both yellow moves would have been full after one yellow match, right? Is that what you're saying? So maybe Rikishi instead of Shawn Michaels. I don't use this build, so I'm not familiar with the ins and outs of it. If that's what you're saying, then I played it wrong. Okay, I'll try switching them out. Let's do one more like this. I don't think you need Rikishi on Vince McMahon because Vince makes a big enough area that it's going to charge the yellow without Rikishi. I think Elias is more important on Vince than Rikishi is. So Sun Fun Bunch, are you recommending I run Rikishi in place of Ray and to having one less blast gem, or Rikishi in place of yeah, check my stream from earlier today, Ash. I did a couple of tag matches with the Bellas. Look for my Nikki Bella live stream video. I did it already, Ash. You just need to look on my videos. Nikki Bella live stream, tag match is done. No yellow again. Look at this board. No yellow again. This is just how these boards have been tonight, folks. It's ridiculous. This is just nuts. Yeah, I mean, I don't like this build for Stone Cold. I don't like it at all. I think Woods and Acom is the best build. Still short on the yellow. What have you done to me here, Brandy? This is brutal. This move set might get better at 4-star gold just because the gem damage is so high and you're blowing up the board, but this build is terrible at 4-star silver. I mean, it would help to get a board that wasn't like dry like the Sahara Desert of any gems that I need. He's stunned for 3 more turns, so the match is over. But that was brutal. That's alright, Brandy. It's just like 40 health packs you cost me. This was like a promotional video for Cactus Jack. I did a while ago, Robert. You just need to scroll back. It did not go well. Spoiler alert. I might be running out of gas on this stream, everybody, unless there's something you really want to see or you want to chat about or talk about. I'm close to shutting her down for the night. The most overrated superstars in the game, I think Mr. Perfect is overrated. I think Vader's a little overrated. I think Vince McMahon is overrated. This is how you want to run Warrior. Yeah, I've never liked the black move, William, although I can't figure out what to do, how to best work his botch gem move. I've got Randy Orton at 4-star silver. I don't use him a whole lot unless he's turn 1 in a feud. But when I do use him, it's purple, purple, green. When it comes to underrated, I think Bray Wyatt Striker is underrated. I think Big Cass is underrated. I think he's higher than a lot of places have him ranked. No, I do not have gear for Acro Jericho. I don't think it does a whole lot for him, because what you really want to do with him is you want to load the greens, and the gear helps you load the blue, which I guess is a good backup plan if you've been getting the boards that I've been getting tonight, to get to the sub before you do the color turn and finisher. But I'm not going to spend showdown money on the Acro gear. I agree. I think Jake the Snake is underrated. My colleague Benny on his YouTube channel did a nice Jake the Snake video. I think it was Benny. Yeah, Benny's video on Jake the Snake is pretty good. You should go check out Benny. I don't think he's overrated. I think he's going to get better. I think Sheik is going to get better with the 4-star gold damage buff. Because he blows up the board, so I think he's going to be really good. I love the monthly events recently. I think some have been better than others. I think the Lita Edge Angle event was the best one they've done in a long time. Yeah, I love the prize wall compared to the vault. Did you, Brandy? Post a link. I'd love to see it. No, I take gameplay whenever. I'd love to have gameplay. The best is to upload it on Google Drive and send me the link. I should probably put my Discord on this on this background, shouldn't I? For those who have Discord, that's the best way. Send me the link. There's my Discord. I think the next prize wall is going to be in the September event. I don't think there's going to be a prize wall. I don't know about the zombies. I just know I want to get the 15 shards I'm missing on Zombie Nakamura so I can make Ronda great. Cultaholic is my absolute favorite, Patrick. Adam Pacitti is... I'd love to sit down and have beers with Adam Pacitti. I miss the other Adam. I spend a lot of dead evenings, instead of having WWE Network on the background, I'll just put on some of their reaction videos and some of the every ranked lists and top 10 lists. Huge fan of the Cultaholic What Culture boys. I think this event ends September 1st, and then the next monthly will start to take us through Survivor Series. I don't know if they're going to have new zombies. I imagine they'll have a couple. But yeah, I want Nakamura. I'd love zombie Seth Rollins too, because he's a destroyed Green Moves Destroy Gem trainer, so I'd love to have that ability too. Yeah, I was a big fan of both Adams. Obviously, due to circumstances, Adam Blampier has chosen to fade away a little bit, and probably a good move on his behalf. I hope he gets everything sorted. I'd love to see him make a return, because I think as great as Cultaholic is now, I think with both Adams, it would have been on another level. But I'm a huge Adam Pacitti fan. Yeah, I watch the best one of those that they did was how they should have booked the invasion. The two-part series on how WWE should have booked the invasion, where they got the Wrestling Regret and Grimm's Toy Shop guys on, and it was really, really, really well done. I like the way their minds work, and I've watched most of those reaction videos and the countdowns and the every WrestleMania ranked and every Royal Rumble ranked, and I've watched them all multiple times. It's just like, it's like comfort food for me. Wrestling Regret, greater than what? I really like the addition of Tom Campbell. I think he and Pacitti are great together. I think he's a knowledgeable guy. He's very entertaining. I think he adds a lot to the channel. Another big personality, because I think Jack and Sam are more subtle. Adam and Ross are the bigger personalities, and I like Tom's enthusiasm. I thought one of the best table for threes they did on WWE Network was with Bruce Pritchard and JBL and Eric Bischoff. That was really, really good. I love a lot of those behind-the-scenes shows, Table for Three and The Untold. WWE Network has a ton of really, really good programming. Alright folks, 12:30 p.m. I think I'm wrapping this up. Thank you very much for stopping by to chat. I really enjoy this. I hope to make this a regular thing. Just play some, tell your friends and faction mates, and get some more people on here, and we can have really good roundtable discussions and the deep dive into WWE champions. So thanks for everyone for joining us, and have a good night. Good luck in the event that starts tomorrow, and I'm sure I'll be previewing some of those things and doing some videos and some streams during the tours and the event. So thanks guys. Cheers.